Hello everyone, and thank you for coming back to the channel. And again, thank you for coming back to another episode of Why You Telling My Business? Don't be telling my business. Well, I can, and I will, and I will. Let's get on into this story, this ridiculous story about Chuck, or not Chuck, Choke No Joke, coming in and saving Porsha from being dehumanized by her employer that she works for faithfully at least 6 months out the year. That is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, guys. Come on in, hit that doorbell, which is the like bell, and share my videos and subscribe to the channel. And come on in and make yourself comfortable, because we finna get into a little comparison here tonight. All right. Choke No Joke came out on Instagram about him and Porsha had collaborated with a scheme to shut society up that watches the Real Housewives of Atlanta and all of Porsha haters and their execs at Bravo franchise. You know the whole thing. Going back, I think it was season 10. Episode 6 or something. They were getting on Porsha and you know, just treating her like a stepchild or somebody they didn't want there, but they just had to put up with her because all these allegations that were brought on her and Kandi and the dungeon thing and all that kind of stuff. Well, her and No Choke, or I should say No Choke, No Joke had went to Porsha's dressing room and said, you know what, I'm tired of them, you know, getting on you. And big ups to Michelle Brown straight from the A. Go over and check out her YouTube channel. Very nice journalist out there giving out celebrity news. And she's a good friend of neneleakes, okay? So check her out and tell her Dale Chanel's Porter's World sent you over there. But y'all remember all these scenes back in the day when Phaedra had said this, that, and the third about Todd and Kandi wanted to drug her and do all ungodly things to her in hopes that she would like it. And it came out to be not true. The lies is what Kandi was trying to say. But she didn't know Phaedra was behind it. So, Choke No Joke, believe it or not, let me give you his resume. His real name is Arthur Alston. His net worth is about $3 million. His occupations range from actor, casting director, producer, videographer, editor, writer, and a YouTuber. Okay, he lives in New York, and he has been working as a producer at the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the program is broadcasted on Bravo TV. So we kind of put the pieces together that he was legitly a producer on the show, where he could definitely edit, create a scene and make it believable, and it could sway the viewer's response on, you know, somebody being negative and somebody's being positive. So yeah, Nene was shocked and Kenyamoore was shocked as well at Porsha hooking up with this gentleman to create a facade of a storyline when everything's supposed to be true. You know what I'm saying? Even though we've known in previous things that Porsha just don't get down like that, and the rest of the cast, they have to have a little embellishment of not truth, and then a little bit of a lot of embellishment of the not truth, and some of the truth of how they live in their life. Just a smidge. You know what I'm saying? And mix it all up, and then you got drama-filled entertainment. But anyway, he called himself helping Miss Porsha out with the scene of Porsha apologizing to Kandi, putting Kandi on the spot, and Kandi had got a lot of heat from the situation. Still get a little heat today about why Phaedra can't come back to the scene of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she's holding on to that grudge, and she's not gonna let nothing like that happen, as she's still on board the Bravo franchise family yacht that she's been traveling on ever since. So he was like, he didn't like how the executives was playing Porsha to the left, to the right, and everywhere else. And damn sure her mama wasn't helping her. Okay, try to do anything, try to stand up for her, try to make things happen. So he said, well, why don't we create some storylines and get the popular opinion to sway in your favor by you being a bigger person, admitting what you did, of course, you didn't know about what Phaedra had lied to you about. And then they had tried to throw Carlos King under the bus, too, about he had something to do with it. And Phaedra had got it from him, which he denies. He denies all allegations, okay? So, of course, Phaedra got thrown off the show, more so from it stemming from what she told Porsha and starting a rumor that, Kandi really thought would have damaged her career, this, that, and the third. And lo and behold, it didn't. And she ended up making money off the whole damn thing herself. So, like I said, Kandi got flack. She just said, okay, well, I'll forgive and forget, and we move on. But I ain't going to forget entirely. I'll forgive you, but I ain't going to forget entirely. So, with Porsha coming out, saying she was sorry on television, and Kandi accepting her apology, which she thought was heartfelt. But as we see now, since it doesn't seem like Porsha's going to be returning back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta or getting a spinoff show for a second season of that train wreck of a show called Porsha Family Matters. Okay? Whoo! But anyway, it did sway the public opinion. We start looking at Porsha from a more humanistic side again, and not as this tyrant going around here, telling lies on people and trying to destroy people's reputations and stuff like that. Even though she said it was more so, she got the information from Phaedra. And since Phaedra, got ousted from the show, which Porsha should have been ostracized as well, Bravo said they'll go on and keep her. Now, with this new information coming out, you would think that Choke No Joke would probably have normal affiliations with the Bravo franchise, because he played them to the left as well. Because he had the connection and the obligation to, pick scenes that would drive up ratings when he's doing his editing after filming. So, with him coming out admitting that he got Bravo for Porsha, and Porsha was a willing participant, it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth that they both won't be doing any more work for the Bravo franchise, if you get my drill. Now, my thing is, what in the world would Choke No Joke be enlisting and trying to help Porsha free of charge? It wasn't because he really felt sorry for her. He got tired of the network playing her to the left, putting her in a negative side. 'Cause, we already had Porsha out there putting hands on people, okay? She had to go to anger management and this, that, and the third. And it was just a real big, troublesome time for Porsha on the show. So he just wanted to alleviate all of that, give her something to laugh at later on if and when she decided to leave the Bravo franchise, and then they could bust open and tell their story. Okay? Which it seems like there's no better time to continue to wreck your career and put a fork in it by bringing up this allegation of what you caught yourself doing behind closed doors with this producer, and you really did not give a heartfelt, sincere apology to Kandi. That was just for TV. So I wonder what she feels about that now that she got hoodwinked. Okay, bamboozled, strung up. Okay, so I would love to see how it's gonna sit well in the mainstream as the comings and goings when y'all have to cross each other's path. Because Atlanta's big, but it ain't that big. And then I got to thinking about the situation. I said, Porsha, these older men, her salacious ways, her scandalous ways, and her deception type ways. Why is she messing with all these older men? Okay? And they happen to be producers or actors or some in the entertainment business. And I got to thinking about MarilynMonroe. Okay? They have something in common. They both are sex objects, or they were seen as sex objects. And as you know, Porsha has definitely had her share of messing with influential men, okay? And they're treating her like shit, pretty much. Same thing, similarities with MarilynMonroe and John F.K. He was married to you know who, okay? Mrs. Jacqueline Kennedy, okay? Very gorgeous woman, but he still had to have someone in the entertainment business that was a sex kitten. So he toured with her, and quiet as it's kept, and loud as I'm going to speak it out, she was messing with the brother too, Bobby. Yeah. And she was a sex symbol. Okay, something what Porsha is trying to display to us every time she get a chance, because she wears nothing for the imagination. Everything is like bam, bam. Here I am. Ass out, tits out. You know. It's just a hot mess. But that's Joe DiMaggio, Marilyn Monroe's second husband. And you can see Porsha did take a picture or a photo like this. I think she was in a chair. I don't know if she was pregnant or not, but she took a similar photo. And if y'all think back, y'all will remember that photo. I think she had on a gold crown. She was leaning in a chair. And yeah, it is looking pretty bad for you, girl. It is looking pretty bad. Because you want to show everything but mercy when it comes to acting accordingly on this show. And then you don't brought your family out here acting a fool on your Portia's Family Matters, which is very much so degrading. Okay? But I just had to bring that similarity in, because Marilyn Monroe was a sex kitten as well. Didn't nobody really take her acting skills to heart. They just wanted to flaunt her body, all of her body, and nothing but her body. They wanted her to be skinless half the time, and they wanted her to definitely pay attention to the older gentlemen in the industry, if you get my drift. Marilyn couldn't really act. Porsha has tried to act, sing, play tiddlywinks or whatever you want to see. Woo, child. And that was her other husband. I think his name was James Daughtry. And they were married 4 years. Okay. Joe DiMaggio, they only were married a year. He was a baseball player and an actor. James Daughtry, she was married to him for 4 years. He was a writer and a police officer. And when she was married to James Daughtry, she was going by her maiden name, Norma Jean. You know how Hollywood or the entertainment industry takes the innocence out of you, and by the time they finish with you, you ain't nothing but full-blown, look like a Jezebel spirit type of person. Where they done took all the goodness out and just replaced it with just nonsense. Like you're an empty shell, little evilness. You know what I'm saying? Connivingness. Well, you don't care about anything or anybody. But then she was married to a guy named Arthur Miller. That was her third husband. She had been married to him for 5 years. He was a playwright, screenwriter, journalist, and a novelist. Now, it seems like similarities between Marilyn Monroe, gorgeous woman. To me, it seems like she just should have been a housewife or something and just raised kids, or a teacher of some sort. You know what I'm saying? She just had that atmosphere. But that's her her first husband, James Daughtry, I believe. But yeah, she just liked the older men. And isn't that Porsha? She's trying to hook herself up with Simon, thinking he's gonna take care of her. That's Joe DiMaggio. He's a little older than her as well. So I don't know what's with these women that are very beautiful, but they feel like they have to have a dominant man for them to make a move on anything as far as career-wise. Okay? So it kind of gave her the facade that she was happy, but in the inside she was dying. And we do know it was a very devastating demisal of an ending, sad story, because she ended up killing herself because she didn't find no worth in herself anymore. She had called herself getting all the fame, the fortune, such as Porsha's, what she's seeking. And Porsha has already expressed to us that when she was younger, she had thoughts of suicidal ideations going on. And she wasn't happy with herself. And she didn't want to be on this earth anymore. But yet, she chose to drive the vehicle as a career choice in the entertainment business. Now, don't nobody really love you in the entertainment business. Not that evil machine. It wants to take from you, take from you, take from you. And when it can't get anything out of you anymore that it needs, they throw you away. The industry throws you away. And then you're left lost. Like, who told Porsha to quit the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Who told Porsha to quit Dish Nation? So what jobs do she have out there that's going to be able to continue fueling her other projects that she have out there, such as her go naked hair line, as well as her what do you call those? I'm finna say mattresses. Her sheets line, bed sheet line. Who gonna keep funneling the money in there when things start to dry up a little bit, where people don't bought enough of hair, they don't bought enough of bed sheets? What's gonna keep her in the lap of luxury that she likes? She done played herself with throwing salt on her career of a choice of being in entertainment, being shown on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which we know that's another ratchet show, but this is how she wanted to make her living. Be it good, be it bad. Like it, love it, good, bad, indifferent. That's what she wanted. That's what she got. So, I mean, what a bad choice of a career. And what can you fall back on, Porsha, when nobody want to watch your show? And then your mama over there trying to be like she your sister in that picture. I mean, Lauren's mother is a better fit. She speaks her mind and she moves on. She don't give two shits of his rat's tail about ratings and being on television. She talks to her daughter off camera so her daughter can act correct on camera. That's what I see when I'm looking at Lauren's mom, which is the same mom that Porsha dad left her mom to go be with. And Porsha gives this fake sense of loyalty that she really likes Lauren's mom. But I've been peeping game. She ain't too much interested. Like, she didn't really take with Lauren's mom either, being in a conversation with her about the situation that she's in. You see where I'm going with this? So she can act all pro, this, that, and the third, and sexualizes herself on TV and on her Instagram posts, but you still gonna be falling short. Because if this lady ever wanted to come back and say, I want to open up a case on Porsha Williams regarding bad allegations she put out on me. But of course I remember, because I did a video some time ago, it's in my archives, where I think it should be titled the not contestants, but the cast members on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they cannot sue the network or any other castmate through any infringements. Yep, Andy Cohen had put out some, great helpful tips of what they can do's and the can't do's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's why you see no one ever goes forth. Like, Kenya had a very good class action lawsuit against Porsha for pulling her hair and pulling her to the ground. Same thing with Nene and that issue with her hitting the cameraman and the tooth fell out. And there was so many lies going back and forth about, no, it didn't happen that way. He still had his tooth, this, that, and the third. And come find out, poor man had lost his tooth. Had got reconstructed, I guess, mouth work done. And, Bravo paid all of those benefits, okay? And other, Porsha hand had to get tapped, and she probably had to pay something for that incident as well, because she shouldn't have been in that closet looking for nothing, which made Nene have to go chase after the cameraman, because it probably wasn't decent in there, and she didn't want nobody to see it. I mean, if it wasn't decent, the man should have respected that barrier and said, no, I can't go in there, because she did tell me I couldn't go in there. But he didn't listen, got his tooth knocked out, and the rest is history. But I say that to say this. It's kind of very eerie of a similarity that I put between MarilynMonroe and Porsha. But they both have some of the same traits. It was overwhelming when I was thinking about it. And I said, damn, that's kind of like MarilynMonroe and her tragic story. And everybody know Porsha need to be there for her baby girl, her first child. Well, I think it's her second child, because I think I don't know if she had an abortion with the first child or a miscarriage. But PJ should have been her second child. But Porsha going around here acting all willy-nilly. She don't have a good foundation for us, a support system from what I see. And I would really hate to see PJ grow up without her mom. But this child is on a whirlwind. Porsha is on a whirlwind type of scenario. And with her not having no jobs at this time and calling herself hooking up with Choke No Joke and spinning this narrative out here that got her looking even more crazier to the network. I tell you, a lot of people say it's over. It's a wrap for Porsha. Not getting a spinoff of that number 2, and definitely not coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I can understand why she wouldn't want to come back, because she would be Ace Boon Coon target number 1. They will be dragging her from sun up to sundown. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be ready and waiting for that drag. Because Porsha has sat out here and told so many lies where she can't even keep up with what lie she told, where she had to keep regurgitating it. Because when she sat there and said, oh no, this is for entertainment, then you're going to sit on the Tamara Hall show and say, no, this is my real life. This is what I experienced. This is the degradation of the two families I'm trying to blend together. And these are the headaches we go through. She was saying that's real. Then she wanted to double back and say, no, that's real. That's not real. That's entertainment. That's what we giving y'all. No, that ain't what you saying. And the selling of these books is contrary to what you're saying now, too, in this public. Because in your book, you said everything was true. All the horrendous stuff that was done to you is making you the woman that you are today. And I'm like, girl, where is the growth? Okay? And you're saying it's a bestseller on the national bestseller list. It's probably because a lot of people wanted to contribute and donate to the book by purchasing it. And that's what drove up your book sales. But I'm sure it's just a coffee table newspaper type read. All right, then I won't be purchasing, because it will only make me come out here and have to do another video or several videos per chapter. And we don't need to do that, because you definitely give us free news we can use to sit up here and make videos off of you for until next year, because you just won't stop. You just won't give it up, Porsha. Now I gotta do another video on you talking about you wanna you out in Dennis about not paying child support. I'm like, get it together, Porsha. Make it make sense, okay? Be a more responsible adult, even if you had to get out the entertainment business altogether and get you a clothing line, or become a true serious writer if you want to. But we need you to stay in reality. We don't need you to be giving us no virtual reality or written reality that you don't made up. No, we don't really want to be entertained. If you really want us to know something about you and to empathize with you a little bit more and put a little sympathy in there, tell us the truth. Pour your heart out in a book, okay? Because right now you're looking like a fool, baby. You're looking like a fool. And I hate to say it, but somebody got to say it. Because it don't seem like nobody on your camp, your team, want to turn you from ratchetness to righteousness. I don't understand what's going on. And PJ's not going to understand it either as time permits and time goes on. Okay? Because all this stuff, YouTube, entertainment, celebrity news, that shit is archived. These kids can be young now. 15, 20 years down the road, they're going to be looking at, did my mama do that? Why did she do that? Maybe that's why I'm acting where I am. I don't want to be this way, Lord. Let me repent. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Taking that baby through unnecessary turmoil. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Hopefully y'all liked it, loved it. Y'all liked it, my similarity of both beautiful women. Not understanding the power that they do have in their brains, but they rather use it in their bodies to seduce men, get what they think they want, and when they get it all, they still empty. You see what I'm saying? And tragic will follow therefore. For MarilynMonroe, it was very tragic. She took her own life. Porsha, you already said you had some suicide thoughts when you were younger. Did it get better for you or did it get worse? Because if you had to grow up in those two families on your mom's side and your dad's side, girl, you need to be on somebody's couch. And I ain't talking about no casting couch. I'm talking about the therapy office and on your knees praying. Okay? That's all I got, guys, for this video. Remember, as you enter into the house, if you're still coming in and you're catching a replay, hit that like button. Share my videos. And if you feel so, please, if you incline to do so, please subscribe to the channel. Okay? Thank you and good night.